Let's just talk about this team from the time you first got it, your first day, your first week. What's it been like to get them to where they are now?
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate with the team I inherited. We have 11 seniors. That has helped me a lot. Like a number of them I got to know last year. I was associate coach last year, so I got to know a lot of these guys. And they were kind of in between whether they're going to sign or not. And I think as a group collectively, they decided to come back, and they came back motivated to get to the point we're at now. They really wanted to have some success as a group. I think they feel like they underachieved the last couple of years. So that's helped me in my first year, the leadership I've gotten from them, how they've brought the younger guys along. And obviously we've gotten some great contributions from our younger group. And they've just come together as a group, and I think that's a big reason we're at right now. I give them a lot of credit. They, as a first-year head coach, they've made my job really easy.
When you look at them now, how much did the losing in the Beanpot, winning the Hockey East regular season, and then winning the Hockey East championship, how much did that journey help them to get 2 wins in the quarters and the quarterfinals, and then to get to the Frozen Four?
I think it helped us a lot. I think up until the Beanpot, we were rolling pretty good. I think we were going into the Beanpot. I think we won 7 in a row, and through the course of the year, we hadn't lost 2 games in a row the whole year. So I think for us, the guys, their goal was really to defend the Beanpot, and to lose that first game, I think they were really disappointed, and we kind of got down as a group a little bit, and kind of got into a little bit of a rut. And losing 4 in a row, I think you learn from it. And there were some things too that kind of maybe, for me, as a first-year head coach, I let slip when you're winning and things are going well. Some things happen that you can probably let slip because you're winning, and I think that stuff started bubbling up a little bit, and we needed to address it as a team. So those guys it wasn't just me, it was as a group. We talked about certain things that we got to get back to and do the things that helped us be successful. And I think any good team is always going to go through a little bit of adversity, and it's going to help you down the line. And I think that really helped us losing those 4 games, going into the Hockey East playoffs and Hockey East championship, knowing that, listen, we got to be at our best at all times. We got to be more desperate, and I think we learned that because I thought the teams we played in the Beanpot were more desperate than we were. So I think as a group we learned from that. And then in the Hockey East semifinals and finals, to be down, not have the lead either game, and to come back and win both games in overtime, that gives your team belief, and I think that helped us going into the NCAA tournament. And
how big is the next step? How much of a challenge is Minnesota in the Frozen Four?
It's a challenge. Minnesota's been the best team in the country pretty much from day one this year. They have an incredible D-core. Their first line is pretty, unquestionably probably the best line in college hockey. So, they certainly present some challenges. So we have to make sure, for us, kind of the thing we've concentrated on more than anything this year is how we play and play our game. And saying that, you still have to be aware of some of the things they do. But our mindset is, and it's been all years, go into this tournament with confidence, go in playing our game. And, I think if we do that, we'll have a good chance.
You went to 4 Frozen Fours, won a national championship. What's the difference? What's the difference between winning and losing at that level?
The margin of error is so slim. I think that the big thing is you have to make sure that you're ready from the drop of the puck. Every mistake is magnified. You don't have a second chance. It's one and done. So you have to make sure you're ready from the start of the game. You're making sure that you're playing the right way. You're doing all the little things well. Discipline's a huge factor. You don't want to be taking penalties that can be costly. It's just all the little things add up over the course of those games, and you got to make sure you're on top of it.
How do you get the message across from the sense of that, combined with it's one of the best times of your life, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt you have to go in as a group, and you have to enjoy the experience. That's part of it, but you also don't want to have any regrets either. So you want to make sure that you're going in there with the right mindset. So it's more just telling our guys, listen, we went through our stretch where we struggled. We knew how to get out of it. We know what makes us successful as a team, and we have to have that mindset going in. That's the message, but also saying that, let's have fun. Let's enjoy it. And I think we've kind of had that mindset for the last month or so, ever since we got out of that losing streak.
What's the message been from Charlie and the McAvoy Coyle and Grizz, what are they saying to you about this run?
Yeah, they've been great. They send texts all the time wishing us luck and say they've been following it, and they're really happy for the program. And like Kim Brandvold, who's another coach on the staff, he worked with the Bruins for a long time. So there's a lot of connections. There's a lot of connections between the Bruins and Boston University hockey. So it's been a lot of fun to be. Joe Sacco's an assistant coach over there. I talk to him a lot. Even Monty, who he's a Hockey East guy, went to Maine, so he lives in the same town as I do. So we talk quite a bit, and he's actually helped me out with little things, getting ready for the Frozen Four.
Really?
He's been there, just scheduling wise, having that week in between. He's been great, so it's been a lot of fun.
What's it been like watching them?
It's been impressive. This day and age to do what they're doing, it's incredible. I mean, the coaching staff's done a great job, but I also know that room, what they have in that room, the leadership they have. Obviously starts with Bergeron, but Krejci, Marchand, these guys, they know what it takes to win, and they know that it takes a team, and that's the mindset they have. They welcome everyone, and they got some new guys this year that have fit in really well, and it's so fun to watch, and I'm excited about it.
I've been around forever. I watched you play, at BU. To see a guy like Bergeron, from the outside looking in and being around you guys, it was fun. But what's it like? What lessons do you take about the game and of life from him that you can give to these kids?
I think just how much he cares about everyone, and how much he's really observant. He sees things that a lot of people don't see. If a guy's struggling or these little things, and he'll take guys aside and talk to them and try to help them. He's one of the most impressive players that I ever coached or played with. I don't really have enough words to describe what type of person he is, but he's a big reason the Bruins are where they're at is because of Patrice Bergeron. I think there wouldn't be anyone in that room or in that organization that would argue that. He's an incredible person. He's a better person than he is a player, and he's an incredible player. I don't know if there's ever been a smarter hockey player in the National Hockey League than Patrice Bergeron.
You've had a fun journey, starting in Burlington and BU and winning a couple cups and everything else. Who maybe has inspired you as far as a coach is concerned? Because you've been with Jack Parker, you've been with Claude Lemieux during a locket, you've been with Butchie Cassidy. So what's it been like for you? Who have you maybe taken things from along the way?
I think I've taken stuff from all of them. Even starting with my high school coach, Bob Concession, who was there for 35 years. He's a special person, great person. He helped me a lot just with leadership stuff when I was in high school, and then playing at BU under Jack. You're playing for someone for 4 years. Just how intense he was, how much he cared about his players, but expected you to play the right way and was demanding and held you accountable, and you need that. I think at the pro level, in New Jersey, we changed coaches so often, but I learned a lot from, I had a ton of different great coaches there. Jacques Lemaire, who's one of the smartest coaches or hockey minds I've ever been around. Larry Robinson, and Pat Burns. The list doesn't really end there. So kind of take a little bit from all of them. And then Bruce Cassidy, he was great. For me, learning from him, playing in the New Jersey Devils organization for a long time, it was more about defense first all the time and kind of teaching the game from that side of things, and working under Bruce Cassidy. He still really cared about the defensive side of it, but he also he talked more about the offensive game, and I learned a lot from him on that side of it. So there's been a number of guys that have really helped me out.
Some final thoughts about your family. What your dad went to BC, so what's he like? I met him the other day, and he seems like he's that hard-working, old-school kind of guy. What was the influence of the mom and dad here?
Yeah, my dad went to BC, but once I committed to BU, he's been BU all in ever since then. Yeah, my dad, he works hard. I think I got my work ethic and learned from him and my mom. That's just they're really high character people, and they care about other people. They work hard, and they kind of taught my brother and two sisters just to treat people the way you want to be treated, work hard, respect people, and good things usually happen from that.
How much fun is it to share that with them? And, I think it's part of the reason why you came to college, back to college and BU, is to have more family time. What's it been like, this whole experience, to share it with them? Yeah,
it's been great. For my own kids being around here, my wife, just being in your own bed more, that helps a lot. It's still a grind. It's a different kind of grind, but my parents were here with my brother, went to BU as well, so they were here they spent 8 years here watching games. So So for me to leave pro hockey, the only place I would have ever left pro hockey for is this program, and to come back here, it's a special place to me. I think it's been a special place for my family, and to share that with them, it's been incredible. We laugh about, my dad really gets excited about it. We call him the GM. Like he's always around. I'm worried one day I'm going to look next to me and he's going to be standing there on the bench. So I got to try to keep him back a little bit. But it's been fun for my brothers, my nieces and nephews. They're all excited about it, so it's great to share that with them.
And I know it's about the kids, it's about the alumni, it's about the school, but winning one here, what would that mean to you as a coach after doing it as a player?
It would mean a lot. Like that, part of the reason this program means so much is it did so much for me. I want the players here that I'm coaching to experience that. It's a great experience. It was 4 of the best years of my life, and getting to the Frozen Four 4 times and only winning once, that tells you it's really hard to win. But I want them to have the experience that I had, so that's part of it.